Okay, hi guys, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new. If you are new, my name's Jen, I'm an attorney, and I live in Arizona and make videos just vlogging that experience, and then I also make some sit down like advice style videos, which is what today's is gonna be. As a quick aside about the channel, it's been a while since I posted on here, but I have big plans for the fall. And I plan to post a lot more. To that end, I'm looking for a video editor because I have filmed several vlogs over the last few months and just didn't have any time to edit them, and then they were so old that I never ended up posting them. So I'm looking for a video editor. So if you're interested or you know anyone who might be, shoot me an email. I'll have my email in the description below. And I think that's gonna make posting a lot easier because I just have not had time to edit. But that's not what this video is about. Today's video is gonna be tips for new lawyers. It's Labor Day today, and I know a lot of firms have their new attorneys, their new graduates start right after Labor Day. Bar results aren't in yet, but I know a lot of firms, including the one I work at, still have you start as a clerk while you await your bar exam results. So I know there's gonna be a lot of new attorneys starting this week or in the coming weeks, and I figured now would be a good time to share with you tips about being a new lawyer that I think are not so obvious, that kind of, that I didn't really know going in, and I now only know them with the benefit of hindsight. So I'm gonna share them with you, and hopefully you can get going on these way sooner than I did. Okay, my first tip is just simply that how you do anything is how you do everything. And that's a pretty common saying. You might have heard it in other areas of your life, maybe in law school. And I give this advice for two reasons. The first is that as a new attorney, the assignments you'll be doing probably won't be that important in the grand scheme of things. They can't be. You're brand new at this. You might not even be licensed yet if you're still awaiting bar results. And you have so much to learn. But to really give it your all and knock it out of the park on these less important assignments is an easy way to start to build a good reputation for yourself at your workplace. And then the second reason I give this tip is because you want to build this habit early of really just giving everything your full attention. In my experience, I've only been practicing for like 2.5 years, so I'm not trying to say I'm an expert, but in my experience, carelessness or oversight will come back to bite you pretty much 100% of the time. And if you build the habit early of just always being very detail oriented with everything you do, it will stick, and then you won't have to worry about like careless mistakes. People will remember it, and to be honest, they'll probably remember it more if there are these careless errors, and you don't want to start to build that reputation for yourself. So just build the habit early. How you do anything is how you do everything. How you send a 2-sentence email is how you will write a really important motion down the line. I mean that. So just start to build that habit early. No assignments too small. Give everything 100%. Okay, my second tip is to keep up your hobbies, or the things that make you you and the things that make you interesting. There's this idea in law firms that you can quickly become just a number, and they don't really care about you. They just care about how many hours you're billing and how much money you're generating for the firm. And to be honest with you, like, that can be kind of true in my experience. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. However, I have found that the best way to combat that is to stay interesting as a person so that they get to know you as a person. In my experience, you're gonna have a lot of situations where you're talking to higher ups, senior associates, partners, whatever that may look like in your work setting, and you're gonna be speaking to them at social events or just casual conversation in the office that's not about work. That is a great opportunity to become more than just a number. Stay up to date on current events, sports, be ready to jump into these conversations in a meaningful way. And I've found a lot of your success is gonna come from those conversations. It's not gonna come from your work product, because your work product should be good. That's why they hired you. That's sort of a given. But a way to set yourself apart beyond just the work stuff is to stay interesting as a person. And this can be tough as a new attorney because you have so much to learn and you're responsible for billing hours. I get it. But start to just build those habits now of keeping your hobbies. Find some time to do them. And I'm not saying to pick up new hobbies or be fake. I'm just saying try to keep whatever it is that interests you and stay up to speed on it. If you like to read, keep reading. If you like sports, stay up to date on sports. Like, I can speak from experience. I'm a big NBA and NFL fan. And honestly, those conversations are what has allowed me to get to know very senior partners at my firm. And they know I'm a big Warriors fan. I actually have a Warriors poster in my office. They'll stop by and talk to me about the game during basketball season and things like that. It's a really easy way for them to get to know you as a person, so you're not just a number. And those things about you, whether you talked about a great book that you're reading or you had a really interesting take on current events or something like that, that's what the people at your workplace are going to remember. And it's what's going to allow you to be not just a number and something more than that. So that's my second tip. Keep up whatever it is that makes you unique. In my 2.5 years of practice, I can just about promise you that those non-work related conversations have taken me further than my work product. And I think I do good work, but I think those conversations have taken me further. I really do. Okay, my third tip is just to learn how to bounce back after feedback. I think in law school, because you only have one final exam or like one brief that you're submitting in a class, the feedback becomes everything because you only get one grade and you're very eager to see how you did on it. And practice is very different because you're submitting stuff all the time. Every email is kind of like a little mini assignment, right? And especially when you're a new attorney, whoever's reading that email is going to read it with a critical eye. So because of that, just start to build the habit of bouncing back after feedback. If a partner didn't like the way you wrote something, they'll tell you. In my experience, 80% of that is preference. You know, a lot of different attorneys work differently, so it's not personal. It's not even really a reflection of your writing. It's usually just a personal preference. But even if it is a reflection on your writing and they're saying, hey, that was totally wrong and here's how to do it, learn to bounce back. It's not personal, I promise you. And the quicker you can just accept the feedback, implement it next time, and move on, the more efficiently everything will run. I wish I had built that muscle a little bit earlier to just accept feedback, implement it, and move on, because I think I wasted a lot of time thinking about what that means for me personally, and it's not personal, and I wasted a lot of time dwelling on stuff. And I think this is a tough skill for lawyers to build, especially because you're getting out of school, and most lawyers probably did pretty well in school, so they probably didn't get too much feedback that was negative in any sense. So just start, like I said, it'll feel uncomfortable at first, but just start to build the muscle and make it second nature. Hear the feedback, implement it for next time, move on. Do not waste the time dwelling. It's not personal. They don't hate you. And to ruminate and stew in any feeling to the contrary is just so counterproductive. So just build that skill. It would have saved me a lot of time. Okay, my fourth and final tip is just to prepare for everything. I think that no matter what practice area you're working in, I think what makes a great lawyer a lot of the time is just preparedness. And the law is very fact dependent. This goes for litigation and transactional work. Every situation is unique, every client is unique. Everything has to be tailored to whatever's actually going on. With that in mind, prepare for every conversation you have, whether it's just asking another associate for help or a partner, or sending an email asking a question or something. Be ready to answer the follow-up questions and just prepare for everything. Just speaking from personal experience, I've had many scenarios where I'll go ask the partner for help on something. What do I do in this scenario? What do I write for this? I don't know, I'm just trying to keep this general. And 9 times out of 10, the partner's first response will be, okay, well, what is this for? And then they'll have follow-up questions. What is this detail? What is this detail? And if I didn't prepare well enough for the conversation, where those conversations land most of the time is just like, okay, why don't you come back once you know all of this stuff so I can give you actual help. Prepare for everything. And again, this will make you look good. It's a great reputation to be someone who's always on the ball and knows the details of their matters, but also like it's really inefficient to go waste 10 minutes of a partner's time where they ask you questions and you say, I don't know, which I've done. And you don't want to waste anyone's time in this profession. So just prepare for everything. You don't have to know everything, who knows what. Sometimes you might not anticipate a detail that they'll need, but hopefully if you don't know one detail, you do know another. Just prepare. And those are my 4 tips for new lawyers. These are the non-obvious ones that I wish someone had told me. But yeah, if you are starting soon, good luck, trust yourself. You got this job for a reason. You're in this profession for a reason. Trust yourself. You'll be totally fine, but hopefully implementing these tips will allow you to start building a good reputation and building good practice habits early on. And then hopefully they'll all just become second nature and allow you to thrive and be the most successful lawyer you can be in whatever field you want to work in. So that's all. I will see you guys soon on this channel. If you're interested in being my video editor or you know anyone that would be, my email's in the description below so that we can really get this channel up and running again. But that's all for today. Just wanted to give you guys some words of encouragement as you start your new jobs. Good luck, and I will see you next time. Bye, guys.